is Nature Boy on the hunt again for those chewing insects. Those insects that eat your leaves, your fruit, your flowers, and even wood based on the species. These insects can be the Japanese beetles, maggots, caterpillars, and even those daggone bagworms. Those bagworms are so destructive, they tear up millions and millions of plants throughout the nation. And I'm gonna tell you, they bore, they leaf mine. These defoliators are very destructive. They eat box alders, maples, oaks, locusts, and conifers. They love conifers. These bagworms, they just go nuts over them. And we're gonna find them today. We're gonna find them. Let's go get them. See, this is what I'm talking about. 100-year-old Colorado blue spruce, and the spider mites just demolished it. We gotta get these defoliators. I'm mad as hell, and I'm gonna get them. What you can do is just take a stick or wear a pair of gloves, but in my case, I like to be natural, so I'm gonna use this stick, and you can gradually go through the shrubbery once in the summer and once in maybe early fall for these bagworms. And basically how to identify bagworms. They have hardened jaws, so they chew pieces of foliage of the plant or whatever conifer or shade tree or whatever. They chew pieces of the foliage and make a cocoon. And from this cocoon, this is where they rest and eat the foliage. So you can just gradually go through and look for something that looks like a cocoon. In this case, I'm gonna use one hand because I don't have my gloves. And I'm gonna tell you, this is very important because in an instant, maybe in the second season, boom, your plant is gonna be just like that one I showed you earlier if you don't look through it. So it's just very, very, very important. In this case, we don't see any, but I know it's something around here and we're gonna find them. We're gonna find it. We're over another area, another conifer, another very tasty conifer that the bagworms love. And I mean, like I said, this is like the opening buffet for them. And we're gonna find them. I told you, we gotta find these defoliators. And like, as I said, you just take a stick and we just look around for various bagworms. Here we go, bingo. That is what I was looking for. And they all in here. See this infestation? And look at the foliage right here. You see that? That is what they chew on these bits of foliage, and then what they do is create a cocoon. There's silk that comes out of their mouth. It causes this foliage that they bite into it to stick together to make their cocoon. And all they do is just attach to the branch, and they just come out of the hole and they just eat, chew and suck and suck and chew. And then to the one day, it just becomes a skeleton. And this is what you have to look for. And all those people who lose them, you didn't call Nature Boy. And that's why you lost it. But we're gonna deal with it today. I'm gonna let you take a look at it. I'm gonna sit my trusty stick down and we're gonna pull it over. Now the best way to remove it, you can't always just pull them off as such. But the best way is either sharp knife or scissors. And just keep in mind, now this one, since it's about 2 inches big, this time of the year, insecticides really don't work because the protection, the actual foliage from the leaves have dried and hardened, and you would have to dump a ton of chemicals on this for it to even to breach this cocoon. So you don't want that. But now, you just as a sample so you can see, I don't know if it's going to be in there because sometimes the overwintering eggs, the female lays eggs in this. And oh, bingo, it's a nice juicy bagworm. I mean, this bagworm is some kind of juicy, and I don't know. You would not have been able to get chemicals. We're gonna get him to ooze out of there, and we're gonna find him. We're gonna open him so I can let you all see what this bagworm does. And they are destructive creatures. You hear me? Look at them. Look at them coming out of there. Well, come on, mama. And just so you know, the male bagworm is the only one that leaves. The female stays there. She stays there. She has these little legs that are very useless, but she stays there and she waits for the male to leave his cocoon, populate, turn into a moth, and come back and sleep with her. He comes back and sleep with her, and she lays eggs, more eggs, and then they stay in these bags and they grow as well. Now she is being very stubborn. she's being, but look at her. You can see how big she is. And I'm opening the bag all the way. All she does is just stay. Look at her. She just stays there and just suck and eat and eat and eat and